Good morning, everyone. It's day 2 on the John Muir Trail. The John Muir Trail, or JMT, is a 211 miles through the Sierra Nevada from Yosemite Valley to Mount Whitney, the tallest peak in the contiguous United States. Yesterday, I parted ways with my husband at Tuolumne Meadows in Yosemite and hiked around 13 miles to the Upper Lyle Fork. Now it's the time to rise and shine for a new day and a new walk. First thing, I checked the laundry I washed last night. Not bad, pretty dry. Then I went to retrieve the bear can, which quickly turned into a chase. Next up, coffee and instant oatmeal. I'm a big fan of a hot breakfast with a BU, but I was still starving, so I treated myself to a protein bar for dessert. After that came the classics, brushing my teeth, switching into my hiking uniform, packing up camp, and filtering water for the trail. And just like that, I was ready for day 2. Alright, day 2 is getting started. Morning mood check. I am sleepy. I had a good night's sleep last night, but sleeping in the backcountry is not the same as sleeping in your own bed. So hopefully I can get to the camp a little bit early today and recover. Today's mission is to walk around 10.5 miles and camp at Garnet Lake. I'll be passing through Donahue Pass, of course, Thousand Islands Lake, and Garnet Lake today. There'll be some uphills in the morning, then a lot of lakes in the afternoon. And of course, today's daily challenge. Yesterday's daily challenge was a huge success. I had a lot of fun doing that. Today, I'm trying to do a little bit harder thing. Today's daily challenge is to make a conversation with at least one hiker on the trail. Yesterday, some hikers approached to me, and I really enjoyed having that conversation with the hikers, but I didn't initiate the conversation. They came to me and started talking, and that was tremendously helpful for solo hikers because social interaction really helps us go further. So today, if I can initiate the conversation and make the conversation with at least one hiker, I'm gonna donate 10% more of what I donate by walking. Speaking of donation, I am donating $10 per every single mile I walk on the JMT for Parkinson's disease in honor of my dad. Let's get going. The uphill started very quickly, but with beautiful peaks towering above, water rushing alongside, and perfect weather. To be honest, it was the kind of climb that should be illegal to complain about. As I neared the top of Donahue Pass, I ran into a solo hiker who turned out to be a PCT thru hiker from the UK. I'm here with
Strider.
Okay, Strider, what are you doing here?
I'm doing the PCT.
And today's day?
Day 104.
Okay, yeah. How has it been?
It's been amazing, yeah. It's been really hard. The desert was very hot, very dry, not much water, but I'm very glad to be in the Sierra now.
So you are a solo hiker. I'm a solo hiker.
Yeah.
So what was the hardest thing as a solo hiker? And if you have any advice, a piece of advice for any solo hikers?
Especially because I'm from the UK, like coming to another country on my own it was quite scary at first. But once I started and met loads of people, it just got so much easier. There are always lots of friendly people around, so it definitely makes it easier having friends and having just a bit of support. You can kind of, on the harder days, you can kind of talk to each other and complain about everything. So any last comment for people who are thinking about doing this but kind of afraid of doing this? Do it.
Do it!
Yeah, it's amazing. It's everything that I've needed it to be. It's just been incredible.
Strider's Do It echoed in my mind as I left Yosemite and crossed into the Ansel Adams Wilderness. I rejoined Wiki, the JMT section hiker I had met the day before, and we spent the afternoon walking together. I learned that Wiki also had lost his father to Parkinson's. We traded stories about our dads, laughing at old memories, tearing up at others. And before I knew it, the lakes began to appear on the horizon. Thousand Island Lake. I'm at the Thousand Island Lake and it's a trail tail time. It's a little bit windy, so I'll try to be quick. Trail tail time is where I talk about a piece of my gear and related story. Woo! Wind! Alright everyone, the wind was too noisy today, so here I am with the voiceover for today's trail tale. The gear I want to talk about today is my hiking shoes. You know, there's always this big debate on boots versus trail runners. Normally, I'm a fan of trail runner. Mine are the Salomon Genesis, and I've taken them on plenty of shorter backpacking trips. But for the JMT, I decided to go with boots. Why? I figured I'd wanted a little more protection for my feet. Plus, there aren't many sections where I'd be forced to cross rivers with my shoes on, so fast drying wasn't such a concern. I'm wearing the Salomon X Ultra boots, not the Gore-Tex version, since it's a summer and I didn't want to cook my feet from the inside. And gaiters, oh yeah, I had never worn them before honestly, but after my trip to Utah where sand and tiny pebbles constantly crept into my shoes, I finally gave in. And so far so good. They weigh nothing, dry super fast, and once you put them on, you forget about them. Alright, that wraps up Trail Tale time for day 2. In the afternoon, it felt like I was walking through paradise, and I even had another chat with a fellow JMT hiker.
Here I'm with
Landslide Lizard.
Landslide Lizard. Cool. What are you doing here?
Hiking Novo on the JMT.
And today's day?
Today is day 15.
Give me one important tip for a JMT hike.
That when you have those challenging days where you feel tired and you don't want to keep going, just to believe that you can and let the natural world fill you up with energy so you can keep going.
And she was absolutely right. I recalled this conversation many times on the trail, how nature has its own quiet and magical way of refilling your tank. I walked 10.5 miles today, and here I am at Garnet Lake. I'm gonna camp here tonight. I may try to swim a little bit. That would feel nice because I'm stinky and dirty. Didn't take a shower at all yesterday. All right, campsite routine. First, the best moment of the day, switching into Crocs and cooling off my feet. I timed myself to get faster at pitching the tent, but it took 31 minutes to pitch that tent because there are so many rocks underneath. Next, laundry at the most beautiful washroom in the world. Socks first, then myself. It felt so good. I filled the water to last until tomorrow morning, hung the wet clothes to dry, and filtered more water to make an electrolyte drink. Pink lemonade, yum. Then I stretched with a view to ease the soreness in my back and glutes. After that, I had dinner with a wiki, brushed my teeth in the wind, and heat my bear can a little too well tonight. Hopefully I can find it tomorrow. Then the sun was setting and it was time to review the day. I wanted to share today's journey with you guys. I walked 11 miles today and it took me almost 7 hours. There are so many beautiful lakes today, including Thousand Islands Lake, so I just had to spend enough time there with the view. So it took a little bit longer than I thought, but yeah, I had a great time today. That means I'm donating $110 because I'm donating $10 per every mile I walk on JMT in honor of my dad for Parkinson's disease. Also, I do daily challenge, and if I complete the challenge, I donate 10% more. And today's challenge was to communicate with at least one hiker and initiate a conversation. I'll call it a success today because it was a huge success. We'll donate 10% of $110. Thanks to all the hikers I had a chance to communicate with today. The hike is hard, but sharing the experience and moments with these hikers and smiling, that just makes the hike infinitely better. Thank you so much. According to my Garmin watch, I burnt 3,140 calories today and I ate only 1,500 calories. So I will try to eat a little more. The thing is, I just don't have a lot of appetite on the trail, and you have a long walk to do and you focus on walking and you forget to eat. That's what happened to me today and yesterday, but I think I should plan a little bit better so I don't forget eating, and I'll eat better tomorrow. Definitely, I'll share why in tomorrow's video. I'm excited about that. Today's trail diary, where I talk about what was the hardest thing today and what I'm grateful for today. So today's hardest thing was not the hike, I think. Hike was really fun and the scenery was unbelievable. The hardest part was pitching the tent. It looked like a really good campsite. I started pitching the tent and there were so many rocks underneath, so my poles were not going in enough. So I had to change the spots and change the angle of my tents multiple times, and it took me 30 minutes to pitch a tent. And as a JMT hiker, I am not proud of that. I'll work on it. I am grateful for all the fellow hikers that I met on the trail today. I will become a better hiker and share the kindness and love on the trail, I promise. And also huge thanks to Vicky who hiked with me all day today. I also learned that he lost his dad to Parkinson's, and we talked about our dads and our experience and our memories. And thank you for sharing all your stories with me. And also, if you are watching this, thank you for sharing all the backpacking tips. I learned a lot from you. I'll be a better backpacker tomorrow thanks to all the tips and hacks you shared with me today. So tomorrow is a big day. I'll have to walk a lot tomorrow, so I will start the day really early, really. But I'm excited about tomorrow. You'll see why in tomorrow's video. All right, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.